Welcome to tonight's episode of
Mythic Wyrd.
Mythic Wyrd.
Yep, good on you. Good job.
And I always do it. I go,
Yeah.
Last episode. Group of Fate Chosen
Sorry.
Yeah, this just sounds good.
Yeah, the OGs.
spent their time at Chavoy's Needle and Thread, getting together some clothes and also helping to find their young son, Jason, who all you really did was go and find a guard, walk into the shop, and suddenly Jayce appeared there.
Just how good we are.
The kind Tabaski family, being the good-natured people they are, were overwhelmed with gratitude and kept thanking you guys. And you guys spent some time with them talking, getting your hair done, Drea, getting dressed, drinking, playing some games with them, before eventually it was time to go. You grabbed Daario's clothes and went and found him waiting for you at the Crowing King, before you guys raced back to the Citadel to get dressed and headed off to the Turin estate where your grand ball was being thrown. Jason Savanas, you guys managed to find a well that had been blocked in via some iron bars. Having a look around, you found a saw which you guys used to cut the iron rusted bars out before climbing out of the dry well and back out into the streets. From there, you had some conversations about what your next steps would be. Jayce, you really wanted to return to your parents and just let them know where you had been because they were worried sick. Sylvanus, you decided to follow along at a distance just to see if this kid would get himself into any trouble, if perhaps the people that you had been hired by were looking for yourself and this kid who had barged onto the boat. And when you saw that he was fine, you went to sneak into his room where he had been grounded and had an awkward confrontation with him before his mother walked in, Kathy, who seemed to know you very, very well. After a brief conversation and a hazy memory, you remember bits and pieces of a time that you were wounded in Ostenmark, and they found you, patched you up, and brought you to the city, where you spent some time with them as you healed up. They treated you like one of their own, their generosity knowing no bounds, and at one stage you repaid the favour to them as well, defending them from some bandits that were trying to take advantage of their kind nature. After a brief discussion, you decided, Jayce, you would make a hat for Lord Daario and escort it, or take it to the Turin estate where you would try and get in. Sylvanus, you are planning to accompany young Jayce to try and find out a bit more about your own past and see if these royals had anything to do with the Warpstone, which you know is connected to your own hazy past. Back at the ball, Andrea and Bjorn made a grand display of their southern, or yeah, you guys are south, yeah, of your southern dance, impressing the up-nosed royals and setting a good mood for the night. As food and drink were brought out, everyone was celebrating the return of their prince and heir, Daario Valendil, and took part in a modified dance of the vaults, known as the Vaults of Desire. Coming out the better man, Daario, you had a lot more interest than your younger brother Tommen, and spent part of the night finding out which ladies showed that interest. Drea, you found an odd friend who seemed keenly interested in your pet lizard, and after some brief conversation you found out that she was an astrologer, a young lady by the name Emily de Winter who studies the heavens. After you had a scene with Az, she led you outside to the gardens of the estate to get some fresh air and just catch your breath. Bjorn, noticing your sister was missing, you had asked around and were eventually told she was seen exiting to the rear gardens, while Father Bellinor, like a predator in the night, you stalked the young ladies in the garden. Did I miss anything?
I think that's it.
Anything to add? Anything to poo? Anything to do? Slim Shady is what they call me.
You ready?
You've got the twins.
Ah, yes.
redhead twins.
The most important plot.
Yes.
They seem to need further investigation.
They definitely did.
And I think I want to go talk to. What's Jayce's?
Kathy? Oh, his
Jayce.
father?
Doors.
Doris, but he had disappeared into
lair.
his cellar.
I wonder how many times he does that a day.
He needs to get away from Kathy.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Wow. Really, was that easy?
So how does that go with the whole no secrets thing?
Well, it's not a secret because his son knows, so.
Ah.
Like one of them goes?
Yeah.
That's convenient. I had to tell Zayd about this show.
No secrets in what's a family. Zane. Holy stupid, do you laugh?
Hey, man's got to do what a man's got to do, alright? She just wouldn't understand.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Spoken like a true man.
Yeah.
Thanks, mate. Alright.
Roll for initiative.
Father Bell.
Yes, so.
Are you currently trying to sneak and keep in the shadows of these two young ladies, or?
No, I'm just kind of
Nice stroll.
strolling in the garden.
Okay.
But not somewhere I can hear them, but I'm not really like keeping an eye on them, just nearby garden.
Okay. As you pace around the overgrown and untended garden, the soft voice of Lady de Winter carries across the night as she continues to tell her new friend about her studies and her fascination with the stars and the comets, and she wonders if there's more to this life, if the gods the people worship are true, or is it just a falsehood, a teaching of old that has been passed down from generations. It's an innocent enough talk, but
So, was she going to show her something with the stars or something? Because she's got the.
she told her that they would arrange dinner and at her estate, where she's got the viewing platform,
Gotcha.
and
Yeah,
she'd be
so
happy
they're
to
just
share.
going outside for a walk.
Yeah, just in the garden. Yeah.
Yeah.
after a while of her excitedly talking, she stops and realizes that she's just been talking at you, Drea, and apologizes at her overexcitement of the stars, and she hopes that you understand. It's just nice to have someone to talk to.
Understood.
Bjorn, you've been led to the door that leads to the rear garden, and at the far edge of the garden, sitting on a low wall that divides a section from another section, you see the figure of your sister, or the silhouette of your sister and another lady sitting on the wall, staring up at the bright sky.
Come on, back to me.
Back to you.
Cool. Well, what else do I say? Do I say Father Bill? Thing creepy?
Make a perception check.
Man. I'm
Natural
like
words.
super shit works. Oh, that's an actual one.
I prophesized it.
He's creepier than Valiant. Actual.
Okay.
Well,
He
my
is so
my
light.
perception is literally
Oh,
-2, so I just,
Yeah.
I just roll a -1.
You just you see his figure, but you just assume it's another plant that's moving for some reason. No, you do not see Father Bell.
I mean, I just want to make sure she's okay. I don't want to be like
Overbearing.
overbearing, yeah. So maybe I'll just
Don't be
stick
sure.
it.
Nice way.
No, I just because I didn't hear what they were talking about or anything. Yeah.
No.
Maybe I'll just linger in the doorway for a bit and just like lean against the wall, keep one eye on the party, and one eye on Drea, just to make sure that I can.
Yeah,
see
beautiful.
her.
It's far enough where you're not kind of intrusive. The garden is quite big with a lot of trees and walls and things like that in between. However, as you do look out to your sister, the little creature on her shoulder turns around, and in the dim
How did I see them? Father Bell.
and in the dim light, you see him wiggle his toes at you. A sign of insult you're welcome to learn.
Oh.
And as he wiggles, he sways to the side and just falls against her cheek before sliding down her back.
Oh, he's drunk.
Yeah, he's still drunk.
Yeah, I find it hilarious, and I'll just laugh as he falls.
Easy.
Alright, Father Bello is just kind of strolling around, hands behind his back. And he's gonna.
But he's invisible.
He's
He's standing right in front of you.
What do you do? No.
Oh my gosh.
Alright, he's gonna come into view of the ladies. Well, after listening for a while, so he's just innocent talk and stuff.
Yeah, nothing of real interest. Probably the biggest thing is it does border blasphemy, obviously, which you take as you will, but it's not like, it's not blasphemy as in she's worshipping the gods of chaos or anything. She's just she's a curious young lady.
Yeah.
Andrea, you're the first to notice Father Cyrus, who you've met previously in the day, while Emily de Winter is just fixated on the stars, and as you've seen her pull her necklace, which is a large star with a glass piece in the middle, and occasionally holding up to her eye, whispering to herself as she studies the cosmos.
That's cool.
My Lady de Winter, Lady Andrea.
Father Bell?
Just gonna give him a formal nod.
Father Bell,
Well.
she says without taking her eye off the glass piece.
It's cold night for a stroll, is it not?
Aren't you the one out on a stroll?
Well, some would say the darkness is where the light is most welcome. Would you not agree?
And are you
My
the darkness or the light, Father Bell?
I like to think there's a bit of darkness and light in all of us. Is there not?
I would agree.
Well said, Father. We were simply taking a break from the festivities.
Too much excitement in there for you?
For this one. And she like points down at us.
Who is currently just rolling around in the grass. And he's just getting covered in leaves and thorns as he just tumbles around.
See, well, stay vigilant whilst out here. You never know what could be lurking in the shadows.
A priest.
He just sort of grins at you, give you guys a nod. It's like, my ladies.
Emily gives you a curtsy.
Um,
Father.
Father Bell.
And I'm going to keep strolling in the gardens, but, you know, obviously
Spying.
making it aware that I'm here as well,
Around.
not
Yeah.
here alone.
She leans in close to you. He gives me the creeps.
In another town that I was in, this one priest would not stop following me.
I saw
Had
that
a
whole
bell and
thing,
everything.
and I was like, what the fuck are they talking to? Why is she dancing to the air?
You see Father Bell's silhouette cross into view. And you're surprised you didn't spot the man before. Father Bell was quite large, as in tall and broad-shouldered. Yeah. And is he armored at the moment, or just in his robes?
He has his book on him, but not his hammer.
Okay. Well, I must be off. Time for work.
You work at... Oh, of course you work at this tower. The stars.
Yes, unfortunately, I sleep through the day and study all night. One might even call me a vampire. She smiles at you.
I have no problems with vampires.
Good. Well, I shall send word, and I would be delighted to have you for dinner and show you the stars closer than our naked eyes can see.
It would be an honour.
My lady. And she curtsies to you,
I get you back.
and she begins making her way directly to the door.
My legs so much straighter. And busy myself with my axe. I'm just like straightening it. Yeah.
Do I find anything strange about that comment? With what I
Yeah. He's like, what'd you say, bitch? No, it's, the whole celebrations of tonight have been a little edgy, and Tommen is known for that. Like, the Waltz of Desire is, it's a dance. Like, that dance was done and people were bidden at the end of it by the Slovenians. So, she was more just commenting on the...
because of the atmosphere of the
Yeah.
night.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because paranoid of everyone. Die, whore! Comes out, smashes her head in with the book.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow you.
She walks past you, Bjorn, and barely gives you a glance. And walks straight past you, disappearing into the crowd.
I like that. Went over there. I looked to Drea again, she saw that.
Yeah.
I'm currently like picking up as getting the thorns off him.
Alright, I'll go drink Drea.
As you approach, you can see a flower in Az's mouth that he's viciously munching on. And as you try to get it out of his mouth, he's too quick and swallows it. And
Is it poisonous?
It's, you know your nature quite well. It is not a flower that's meant to be devoured. And as you're there, chastising him, he stands up, like straight, and looks completely sober.
We should research that.
He pulls another one from behind his back and brings
Did
it to
you
you.
get them? Which bush?
Points to a overgrown bush, and underneath it, weeds and leaves and everything have settled underneath, and you can see a small cluster of them.
I'm gonna pick some.
You pick another two.
I'm going to. Drea is going to use her claws though. Her acid claws.
Nice.
This is precisely cut some flowers.
Nice.
Father Bell's nearby tending another tree.
Which way? No, it's dark and it's undergrowth. You wouldn't be able to see my nails, right?
Oh no, I'm just letting you know.
Yeah.
Bjorn, you approach your sister as she finishes picking up these flowers. As is currently fixing his hat back on and fixing his wine-stained shirt.
Yeah. I'll like kind of shot past them a little bit accidentally.
You have beef with the lizard. Tiny lizard.
You shove past him and you hear a little scream and you feel something very small pierce your boot. Not far enough to cut skin, but as you look down, you see him both hands on his little pin sword, driving it into your boot. And it's pulled back to her and it starts again.
Alright, kick him back. I'm like, this is it. These are new boots. I think your lizard is drunk.
The lizard has a name. He's not drunk, he's sober now.
Why are you picking flowers?
Well, Az ate one and now he's not drunk, so I think I can make something with it.
See, you don't like the party, right?
It is.
It's a bit much.
It's overwhelming.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's gross, really. So much money spent on such useless things. And I tried really. The dance was
Yeah.
fun and I tried to, play the lady.
Mm.
It's not working.
Bless his
Well-
heart.
What the?
My lord Thomas.
It looks a bit
My lord Thomas has a good heart, but he is known for his extravagance. Father Bell's got his back towards you guys and he's just sort of tending a tree, pulling off unnecessary branches. Doesn't like the state of this garden right now.
Do you know what kind of tree that is, Father Bell?
It's purely a what are they called? Like a not a sapling. Like it's not a fruit tree or anything. It's purely just a like fragrance and look tree. But you can, the estate was not abandoned but not tended to, and it was just quickly the inside was cleaned out. The garden has been left for months to just trash itself.
In our part of the world, we call it a fur lily, but I believe closer to home it's a philanthropy.
Tree tends to go.
Right.
I would
Is
know
that
my
what you
plants,
would call
but is
it?
that in Dallinja?
Yeah, they're quite common.
Okay.
Yeah.
In Dillinger, we call it a tree. And I look at Barbara and Drea sort of just put our backs to the father.
I'm surprised not to see you waltzing, my lord Ulfin.
No, we danced. You must have missed it. I didn't see you in there. This guy
Oh.
freaks me out. I'll just say that.
Oh.
Priests like this.
I was dancing. I was waltzing my own waltz with the light.
That sounds
that's
very
good,
intimate.
Father. What? Have you been drinking?
Do priests drink?
I don't
Some are known to, but not I. I get my high from the light.
Can I be honest, Father? I don't
Please?
understand you. You speak in riddles. It's like you say this thing and it sounds completely unintelligible. Are you drunk or not?
Do I seem drunk?
Yes.
My lady, I say, turning to face her.
He doesn't seem drunk, does he?
He does not. He just seems. He's just got his own unique way.
Alright. So then, no explanation to your weird behaviour. So, we'll probably leave it at that, Father. Enjoy your treat.
Enjoy your night. He's gonna bow to you
That
and move on
sounded
to the
creepy.
next another tree.
Just relaxing.
Good night, Father Bell.
Good night, my lady.
Oh, actually, before she goes, Drea's just gonna turn to Father. She's gonna be like, do you know what this one's called? She's gonna point to the flower she picked. I'm assuming she doesn't know what it is.
No, you do
Okay.
know. You do know what it is.
Okay, never mind.
But
Does it have a name?
yeah, it's called Thornleaf.
Thornleaf.
But you're well aware that it's it's not extremely poisonous, but it definitely would upset your stomach if
Okay.
consumed.
Do you ask him?
No, I don't ask you. Never mind. I'm gonna make some poison. Just like you wanna.
Why?
Do you guys return back
Why not?
to the bowl?
What do you think? Should we go back in? Or do you want to...
Is it kind of us to stay? Is it rude to leave? I don't know.
I mean, we did ride an hour to get here, right?
I
So
love
now-
how you you looked at your actual watch.
What about Daario? How's his feeling? What's that word?
Yes, I suppose we should stick around. Do you know what, I've had my fair share of parties. I don't know if I want to go back in there.
Yeah, I'm sure you had lots of fun partying as a child. In Dallinger. Safe.
Yes. Oh. A lot better than this one. That's what I say.
Father Bell's going to be listening while he's moving,
Mhm.
but I mean, I don't know if you want me to roll it, but he's essentially doing an insight check, just trying to figure out what sort of friends Daario's with. Not that he distrusts them, any friends of Daario's he assumes would be good, but just so he gets a sense of the type of people they are.
Yeah, make an insight check.
Oh, Father Bell. Oh, Drea's too cheerful, guys. Gotta turn it down.
Well, yeah. So, your friend there, did she have a name?
18.
She.
18. You're
She did.
to you they seem like complicated people, and there's more than meets the eye and their titles of Ulfin. They you can't quite put your finger on it, but they seem to have a sense of purpose that troubles you, but also that you like, and it's not something that you've seen in the nobles at court that are usually quite content.
Alright, awesome. I'm gonna, before they leave, I'm gonna, walk up to them and I'm gonna hand Drea a handful of flowers. My lady, I've heard that mixing these with the thorn leaf works a lot better on humans.
I will keep that in mind. Thank you.
I'm gonna bow to her and then walk back inside.
What flowers do you
Anything particular, or oh yeah, it would have been particular. It's a more of a lily type flower, and the petals are still closed, and the flower is still quite young. The flower itself is called lily, and it's a dark. Well, it's currently a lighter green flower. It's quite early. That turns into a whitish pink flower once it opens.
This lily brings the balance. You could call it the light to the darkness in the thorn leaf.
You have knowledge, Father Bell.
Was that what we called it?
Call it what you will. I'm just a man who likes to read.
Likes the sound of his own voice as well, by the sound of it. Anything else,
Just kind of
Father?
looks at you.
Anything else? We're not going to convert tonight, I'm afraid.
Oh, I am not here to push any beliefs on anyone.
Right.
Everyone must find the light within themselves.
Oh,
It cannot be
yes.
placed there. But even the darkest creatures have it deep within them.
I felt something move. I think it was the light.
It was actually as at your brig again.
Can I talk to my sister in private without you popping up here and there? No offense, of course. We're just not used to such friendliness.
None taken, my lord. I was just about to head back in myself.
Yes. Grab a drink, see what it does. Maybe you'll lighten up. Oh, find the light.
Give you a brisk nod and walks in.
I love Father Bell. Yes?
Something about that guy. I think I'm genuinely scared of him.
I haven't decided yet.
You don't think it's weird that he just handed you flowers for works better on humans, is what he said?
Well, this will upset your stomach, and if I mix it with the right things, I can make a poison. This will balance it out.
Right, so
He just gave me the ingredients for poison and an antidote.
so he gave you flowers to use on humans, assuming that you would poison them.
No, I picked the flowers to poison people with them.
Right. Anyway, yeah, so big night.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, by the way.
That your friend.
Yes.
Yes. Just
Well, I hope we become friends.
yeah. Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
She seemed nice.
Yes.
Did you mention her name?
Why do you want her name?
Just due diligence, making sure.
Why don't you ask her yourself?
I get shy about around.
You.
I'm turning a new leaf. I'm taking a page out of old Father Bellador's book. I'm guessing he's a virgin or something.
Emily DeWinter.
Emily de Winter. Have I heard of that name before?
No, it doesn't ring any substantial weight.
She's invited me to dine with her one night and look at the stars. She studies them,
And she invited you to dine with her.
like dinner.
Hmm.
Well, dine was a simple word.
I just found it strange.
Why?
Out of all the other ladies. I mean, that's correct. You're making friends. I'm glad. Did she mention anyone else could accompany you?
Well, she said she would send word, so
Mm-hmm.
why do you want to come?
No reason.
If you want an invite, ask her yourself.
All right. Are you going to stay out here?
Best not, I think.
Yes, before the father comes back. Let's go.
You make your way back across the garden into the ballroom to find Daario with Tommen, who's currently introducing you properly this time to Duchess Evine and her husband. The fat lady is married to a very, very old, withered man who looks like he's on the edge of his deathbed. But as introductions are finished, your your brother mentions to you that he's quite wealthy, and your father is trying to win his favor, as he has 2,000 household troops that your father would like to employ.
Is the larger woman or the other lady? The husband.
The husband is and the Duchess is married to him. Yeah. So he's been trying to. Your brother has been trying to keep good terms with them.
That's the lady that you have.
So
As soon as I go back in the
Daario's
party.
father's trying to get good touches with the.
Tommen is. Daario's father is trying to get him to give him the troops,
Okay,
or lend him the troops.
gotcha.
As you walk in, Tommen raises his cup to you and bows to you, Andrea, and he's like, "My lady, I was on the hunt for you."
For me.
And he walks up to you and holds out his hand, smiling.
I'll take his hand and be like, "Thanks for the drink, Tommen. What can we help you with?" And I'll just like pull up to the side.
Trey will like shadow him.
A drink, exactly what I was looking for.
You were saying something, Tommen?
I was just wondering if you're having a good night.
I was.
She is.
She
It's
can
good.
speak for herself.
Oh, sorry.
I am.
It's good.
It's very extravagant. I'm sure lots of people would like to have a tenth of this money.
Yes, well, unfortunate souls.
Unfortunate souls.
Anyway, if there's anything I can get you, drink, food.
Ah. It's gonna be rude, but I don't know if we should be polite.
Do you dance, Tommen?
I do.
He's probably tired from all the other dancing.
Not at all, my lord. My lady, would you grant me this dance?
Yes.
He holds out his hand as he
Our plans coming together, guys.
You got a rhythm.
looks to you from the side, almost asserting his dominance.
I
As
give
he
Bjorn the flowers before I go down.
and
I just gotta like take that for a second, and then I'm gonna give him the warmest smile. Like that he doesn't know what he's going into. And I gotta let him go.
and he drags you, or doesn't drag you. He gracefully escorts you to the dance floor, where a new song is starting.
Nice.
I'll watch him for a bit, and then I'm gonna immediately look for Elite.
Alright, Daria, you're standing
Don't give her my
next to
flowers.
your friend who's currently
Oh,
death
your
staring your brother.
Yeah.
What do you do now?
Huh? Hmm?
Yeah.
Yes.
See you.
He's quite cheeky, isn't he?
Yes. Let's go away with the ladies. I see he's dancing with Drea over there.
Well, I think Drea's more dancing with him.
I don't know, he seems to be taking the lead.
And as you look back, he brings her in close, his hand on the small of her back, as he spins her around, making eye contact with you.
Alright, I'm just gonna smile, and then I'm just gonna like sneakily send a gust of wind.
Sneakily? That magic's bad, right?
Yeah, I know, like it's
I don't know if a gust of wind would trip him, but
like well,
it could rattle his nice looking hair.
Go on, Dre, what are you gonna do?
Dre kind of wants to feel what he's got on him. I'm scared to roll bad.
As
Is
in
it
you
sleight
want
of
to,
hand or investigation?
if you want
What has he
to
got on
search
him?
his pockets, do a sleight of hand check.
Seriously.
You dropped
Sounds
the
just
dice on this one.
17.
As he twirls you around again and brings you in close, you slip your hand into his pocket and you find a key.
Can I take it?
Oh,
You slip it out of his pocket as you separate away from him, and one hand you're holding his hand, and the other hand you slip the key underneath the cuff of your top as he brings you back in.
As I slip it in, I just want to lift it, my hand slightly, so that Azra can catch it and keep it in his little pouch.
As it slides down your elbow, you feel Azra waiting for it, and you feel him pulling it up your arm, across your chest, and into
I
his
love him.
little house.
sounds like these guys done this many times.
As Tommen, I believe we started off on the wrong foot, my lady.
I agree. You know, being on the road for so long, hungry, cold,
Of
around
course.
2 men.
Tempers can get heated, I understand. I would like to get to know you better. I hear the stories. Over the night, my brother has spoken fondly of you, and, well, I think you would be a good friend to have.
I would like to know you too, Lord Tommen.
Good.
Your brother speaks highly of you as well.
Well, he should. I am the better version of him, he says, smiling at you.
Well, you have two eyes.
Not being, just being cheeky.
Yeah.
He laughs at that. And he says yes.
I mean, can you believe he still hasn't given me a tour of the castle?
Unbelievable.
Or the palace, wherever you live. I don't even know the difference.
We call it a citadel, but,
That's it, yeah. He didn't even tell me that.
well, the honor would be mine. Perhaps tomorrow morning, after breakfast.
Tomorrow morning.
Fantastic. Do you like, do you like the arts? Music, dancing?
Love the arts.
Well, we have a fantastic gallery in the Citadel. The finest workmanship, statues, arts.
And is that how you spend your days? Looking at the arts? Surely you must have more important business.
Of course, I bring that business to the gallery and impress them with our wealth.
Great. Sounds very busy. Bjorn doesn't do anything like that.
No,
Mm.
I just run up.
Oh, sorry. Did you call for me?
Oh yes.
No,
Lord
she did
Tommen.
What was that, Joe?
Lord Tommen has very, very big business.
Oh, really?
I was telling him you
Yes.
don't really do much business.
Oh, yeah.
Perhaps you should learn a thing or two.
Oh,
Bjorn.
the men of Dillinger are more, we hunt and we kill and we,
Yes.
anything that crosses our sort of space us, we just,
Hmm.
that's how we roll.
Well, luckily we have servants here for that.
Yes, I can tell from your hands, they're so soft. I've already said it before.
His hands are quite soft.
Thank you for the dance, my lady.
The pleasure is mine.
Bjorn?
Tommen,
And he walks away.
Drea, is gonna grab Bjorn by the arm a little bit and take him to the table with the food where no one is, kind of thing.
Mm.
I found a key.
What?
I found a key in his pocket.
What are you doing in his pocket?
Investigating. That's what we're here for, to find out the answers. Well, you have been here trying to.
For again?
Oh, you have been here trying to woo women. I have been on a mission.
Excuse me. I have been defending myself all night.
Is that why
See
you
those
asked?
twins over there?
Yes.
If you had heard the things I asked of them. Not Eddie Bear would say no tonight.
Well, you could have at least gotten information from them.
I did?
Played along.
I
What
did.
information? See?
Team.
This is why I'm the
What-
crow and you're the wolf.
Alright, fine. Well, the key could be to his bedchamber.
Or it could be to some other place.
Like what?
I haven't figured it out yet.
Are you still there, Daario?
No, she's taking him aside.
Jerry doesn't know that we're doing this, right?
But
Yeah.
yeah, what did I do? I say we investigate. See what's going on here. While they're all distracted.
Tomlin doesn't live here.
Of course he doesn't live here. That's what I'm saying while they're all distracted.
Alright. I don't quite know what we're looking for, but I'm willing.
I'm curious. Do you see how they treat everyone?
Yes.
Yeah, so why does he have a key on him at all times? What is he hiding?
You can see your companions furiously in debate with one each other, and you can tell they're up to no good.
I just assume Dara's talking to a beautiful lady.
He is.
And say, excuse me, my lady, I must check on my friends over here.
Of course. And you make your way over, and as you do, Az pokes you in the cheek.
Do I see Dario?
Yeah.
I just.
Yeah. Oh, Daario. Great
How are you
party,
liking your
mate.
greeting back?
What are you guys up to?
The food, we were serving food for ourselves and
Yes.
Asra.
Yes. Great food.
The grapes are great.
Do I see food?
I don't pick these
They're,
flowers.
yeah, they are next to the table of food.
I just these flowers.
They're actually mine. Like about it sense.
Yes.
Father Bell actually gave me these.
Can I roll an insight check?
You can. And I need both you guys to make a persuasion check.
That's not good. Are we live?
Oh yeah, sorry, deception check, yeah.
Natural one.
I got 6.
I got 6 as well.
You can very clearly tell Drea is lying, and Bjorn just seems very off. You're
I'm confused.
there's definitely something going on.
Yeah,
And you can tell they're you know, they've been quite tense since the time they got here, and you know, maybe you can't blame them obviously about everything that's happened, but how does Daario feel about that you know, the night of you coming here, your friends are already plotting, and you know, this is your homecoming party after all.
So do I get the vibe, the sense that they're plotting something?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you're both horrible guys.
The grapes are great. I wasn't lying.
Clearly something's going on. That's my first night back. I thought we all could have had a little bit of fun.
I had fun.
I've
Did you have fun?
Yes.
We danced.
Except
I danced with your
first.
brother.
I saw that.
He has soft hands.
Very soft.
Extremely soft. Never played a weapon in his life.
Why would you know?
Because I heard his hand before.
Seducing. We are a team,
Yes.
and we are a team.
They chose a...
We shouldn't keep secrets, especially if it does involve my family.
Is there anyone around?
No.
I found something.
Yes. What did you find?
A key. I don't know where it leads to yet, but I'm going to investigate.
Where did you find this key?
The whereabouts is not important. What it leads to is important.
However, it is important.
You are going to be king of this Sunday Diary. Would you not like to know the secrets?
I would like to know where you got these secrets from.
I have not uncovered the secrets yet, but I assure you I will.
But
I am loyal to you, Lord Valentine.
does it have anything to do with my brother, this key?
have a look at that. It may have
Where did you find this key, Drea?
in his pocket.
Oh, yes. If I was gonna have a key, I also would keep it in my pocket.
But why would you take it from the citadel until here? Why would you carry it all that way unless it was something really important? You didn't want anyone
At
to
least
talk
let me
about.
look at the key. If I recognize anything.
Okay. Drea just like gives a little shove.
And you just see a small green hand and the key pop out of your breast pocket.
I just like grab it.
Do I recognize?
You have a look over the key and it's nothing fancy at all. You just presume it's probably the key to a storage room or key to the estate doors that opens up the whole estate. But other than that, it's just a key. And it seems like your friends are, again, maybe because of what they've been through, but almost paranoid and clutching at nothing and trying to make a situation out of nothing.
I'll stay next to Daario.
You have spent a lot of time trying to survive. And,
True.
you know, I do think of you as a smart woman. Strong,
You
capable,
should.
yes.
Yes.
This is a key. That's
Yes.
just a simple key.
But what if it's not a simple key, Daario?
What if it's not a simple key?
Do you have a key on you?
Do I have a key?
I mean, if you carry keys, yeah, it's not like an odd thing to carry a key on you.
It could be to an office, to his personal.
But why
Chest.
is it brought here?
If I had a chest filled with money, trinkets, I would want to keep them safe.
That does make sense.
We've been here for one day.
And don't you feel like there's heaps and there's so much going on?
Yes, a key in the pocket does cause questions to anyone.
It does. Why are you standing with him?
Honestly, at this point, I'm just confused.
Look, if you want to find answers, that is okay. But at this point of time, my father is the one we should be looking at. I simply hope that my brother is oblivious to what is truly going on.
Fine. You may return the key.
But I may be blinded by my family.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get into any trouble. And I place the key down on the table and I turn around and take a sip of my drink.
Nice.
Joey is gonna like put her hand over it and then pretend she's like picking out some food and slip it back in her sleeve.
And disappears back into your pocket.
Do you know what Emily de Winter?
Do I know the name Emily?
Do you introduce to her by your brother?
And I've never met her previously.
No. Your brother tells you that she's new to Austin Mark, only here probably 6 months. Pretty little thing, is obsessed with stars. And he makes a sarcastic comment about stars.
Well, I've only met her tonight.
Mm-hmm.
A stargazer, I believe. Quite fresh to Austin Mark.
Very good.
Why? Have you found a key on her as well?
No, but I think I have the key. Anyway, just taking a walk around. I'm done.
Jayce, Sylvanus,
Hey, look for Emily.
you
I
guys...
would like to look for Tommen, sorry.
For Tommen?
Yeah.
Yep. And are you doing
I'm
anything
playing
particular,
for fun.
or are you playing the noble and talking to all the families here?
I'll play the noble. I'll just like keep an eye out for anyone else that may have put trinkets on me.
Alright.
As well.
Did Father Bell actually walk away this time, or did he hear all that too?
He's just always there in the corner.
Adjusting grapes, right?
Yeah.
Just great.
Alright. As the ball rages on and celebrations in a distant estate continue, are you guys ready to head out, or what's the plan?
Alright, let's get masks. And let's go, yeah?
In the last session, I did wanted to talk to the father, and that's where I was heading.
The father has disappeared. You're more than welcome to go look for him. But he has... Obviously, you know where he is, but you can't find him around the workshop. Kathy's in the kitchen, cooking you guys a feast as she currently sings. Did you want to go look for Doris, or...?
Sorry, is their shop still open while they do all this?
No, the shop's closed now.
Okay.
Yeah. It depends how much time you guys want to spend. It's obviously an hour and a half away. And how much, did you want to have that conversation now? And how much time did you want to spend on that conversation?
I just want to know if he knows who Daario is.
Okay, yeah, you can find him or ask Jayce or...
Yes, Jayce. Before that, I do need to have a word with your father.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know where he is?
He's, out.
I didn't see him leave.
Mm.
Unless he went through the window.
No, he's
He's out.
yeah, he's... Do you see him? I don't know.
No. No, he's...
Yeah, he's just out.
Okay. He doesn't want to be found. Just say it.
No, he's on it. He went on a walk.
Without leaving the front door. Is he just in his bedchamber?
No, he... Us Tabaxi like to go through the window. 4-hour walks.
I would believe that if you didn't put cans in front of it, so when you step in, you trip.
Tabaxi always fall on their feet.
Alright, he's not giving me any eye contact.
This whole time he's working on the hat and he's just working faster.
Fine. Fine, he doesn't want to be found. I understand. I'll talk to him some other time. What?
Have you got an outfit picked out?
Listen, Jayce, about that.
Mm-hmm.
I have second thoughts about actually going.
Chicken.
Ah,
You chickening out, Silver?
the thing is, we have the upper hand. That no one knows that I am here, or you are here.
Mm-hmm.
But if we go, we might get recognized, and there is a lot of royalty out there.
Well, I've got a solution, alright? So you know what rich people love? Masks.
Right.
If we put on a mask, no one will know it's us. And a hat.
I highly doubt that.
No, it works every time.
Every time.
Yeah.
With your color schemes of yours, yes, no one would recognize
No
you.
one knows. It'll be fine. If look at this. And I put on a mask that just covers this.
Oh, where did you go? Oh,
I know.
is that Jayce? No, it's not.
Call me James,
Yes.
the Lord.
Wow.
See, it works.
You are not pulling it off.
I am pulling it off. What do you
It
mean?
looks ridiculous.
Yeah, well, all lords look ridiculous.
Listen, Jayce.
The point is, they won't recognize us.
I am hunting someone, Jayce.
Jeez.
And
Hmm?
and they are hunting me in return.
Oh.
And they might be there, and I will lose my upper hand if I go.
Alright, I got it.
What do you mean you got it?
I got it.
What do you mean you got it?
I'll do it.
No, you want to stay here.
What? Why am I staying here? Because you want to stay here. Because you're too scared of a lord.
I am not scared of a lord. I just just want to.
Sounds like you're scared of a lord.
It is reckless to go that. Why are you baiting me like this? You stay. I have come to go talk to your father. God damn it.
What? So are we going? Because I'm going.
Let me talk to your father before I make any funny decisions.
Oh, my father, he's out.
Yes. And I will find out where.
The hat's almost finished.
We're good on you.
Okay, I'm gonna go once it's finished.
How do I deal with kids? I've never been put in a situation like this. God damn it.
I'd recommend, I think, orange, green, match rice.
Orange and green are pretty poppy. Is that a
Not
thing
silver?
that like lords would wear?
Look, I mean, they are poppy colours, but the lords are quite, yeah, you know, hats are definitely a big fashion. Big colourful feathers are definitely in fashion. So
celebrities, and when they go to like to the big.
yeah, so it wouldn't really
Pretty
look
out
out of
there,
place. Oh, it wouldn't look out of place.
It's too much color.
What, we're gonna go black.
Yes.
So boring.
And you know, Jayce, you'll know this, that colours are dyeing colours and feathers is not easy, and it's a sign of wealth.
Yeah. Alright, well, you take your black suit. I'll finish the hat. I'm gonna get my suit on. I'll meet you down here.
The boy does not listen.
Okie doke, see you in a minute.
I feel so sorry for Kathy.
And Jayce is gonna run upstairs, and as he passes his mum on the way to the kitchen. Oh! Yeah, mum. First purse.
Again, Jayce, how many are in there?
All of it.
Who's first?
She takes it
First purse.
and she counts the coins in there, and she looks at you.
Look, you can't blame me. I was in prison.
This is twice as many as yesterday.
Well, yeah. You know, when you're in the cell, an occasional. What? Just slips out.
She puts her hand over her mouth, shocked that you would even whisper it.
I didn't say it. I just said the first two letters.
Those foul-mouthed
I'm
criminals
sorry.
have ruined my son.
Ruined?
Are you hungry?
Well, I was actually about to head out. With
Oh!
Silver.
I'll pack you some food then. And silver. And she begins, and Sylvanas, she says, as she begins packing you too much food, too many Tupperwares,
Mum, we're going.
and drinks, and fresh milk.
We're going to a ball. I don't think that's necessary.
You get hungry. You can share it around.
All right, sure.
And she
Thanks,
hands you a bag with almost 3 days worth of food.
Holy shit.
Oh wow, what is this? What is it?
It is a almost like a porridge thick mix with chunks of meat in there, and then the meat is boiled and seasoned and then eaten with the chunks of stew. Sorry, the thick stew. Now the meat is quite expensive, obviously, so there isn't much meat in there. It's mostly this porridge-like thick stuff that you've had way too many times. But unfortunately, with the tax and what's available to the lower class, there isn't much, really.
I'll be sure to share it around, Mum. Love ya. And give it her.
She gives you a kiss. She empties your purses, and she's like, as you're running out, she's like, don't forget your purse! It better be empty the next time.
Sylvanas
I'll try my
walks in.
best.
So every time you curse, you put coins in there and you give it to your mum. Where do you get the coins from?
From working, I get like a small, like a silver or something a day.
Oh,
Oh,
stealing them and then paying.
No.
Sylvanas walks in. Kathy,
Yes,
can I ask you a question?
of course.
Your boy thinks that this Daario fella could be the means of the corrupt in this place. What do you know, or what have you heard of him?
She has a shocked look on her face that her son's getting involved in corrupt business, even though it was briefly discussed. He seemed nice enough. He came to the shop and we gave him clothes and he promised to find our son, which him and his friends did. I think that makes him a good enough person. Are you getting into some kind of trouble, Jayce?
No, nothing like that.
I'm just going out.
Okay.
I've just been away for a long time, Kathy.
Well, so is the Prince Daario.
Yes, I've heard. 8 years?
Yes.
Does anyone knows what he was doing?
Nobody's come back with one less eye, so I can't imagine it's too nice.
Alright. Thanks, Kathy.
While that conversation's happening, Jayce is probably in his room getting changed
Yep.
into the most colourful shirt he's made.
Yep.
And yeah, he's ready. And the craziest hat. It's got 5 feathers in it.
Nice. That'll be the talk of the bowl. Very impressive.
Yeah.
Are you getting dressed or anything, or are you going to go as you are? Meanwhile, Kathy's trying to offer you some food.
Thanks, Kathy. I'm gonna wear whatever he has prepared for me, and then I'm gonna chuck my I forgot what you call it.
Like cloak.
Like a cloak type of thing.
Yeah.
And then this cloak thing has like I forgot what's the style, but it's like Final Fantasy X. It's like orange, like it's actually his right hand.
Yep.
Yeah. I just have that there.
Tucked in? Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Alright, so we've finished getting changed and stuff. Oh, right, ready to go.
That's a bad idea. Jayce, if we get caught, if someone knows who I am, we must fail. This is a good opportunity. Is this getting through to you? Jayce, focus.
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's go.
This is serious business.
Yeah.
There is no looking in barrels.
Looking in barrels. Why would I look in a barrel?
Why aren't you getting prison, stupid?
That was rough. You need to put a coin in the curse purse.
Stupid is not a swear word.
Mum wouldn't like me saying stupid. I mean, the S word.
What's about you like?
What's another one in?
Let's go.
Alright. Jason Silva on the road.
This is going to end badly.
We should probably hurry, actually. I think it's already started.
It's the worst plan I've ever had.
Best plan I've ever had.
I hope we don't die tonight.
You won't die.
Oh, we certainly will.
Oh wait, did you get your mask?
Which one is it?
Well, you like the black one, so.
Yes.
Magnetic mask.
Has a handle.
It's gonna end as one goes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna break the handle and try to like just like.
Whoa, we made that.
I am
That's
not
premium
holding
stick
this all
right there.
day.
Stick. Do you know how much that costs?
It's just wood.
It's just wood.
I
Wow.
don't understand why you're so upset.
Because we've put so much time and effort into this, and you just snapped it like a bloody animal.
You really expect me to hold this all day? Or
Yes.
all night?
Yes.
That is why do royals do this? Do they all do that?
I think so. I don't know. They're all idiots. So like, I'm just doing this to blend in, so.
Do they all do that? Do they actually just? They don't have like attachable ones.
It would be a mix, but yeah, most would be holding. That's a common thing.
I want a. I don't want to hold it all night, Jayce.
Well, you didn't have to break it!
Can you just fix it real quick? Not
Gonna
the
run
stick.
back in and just quickly.
Get like a lash.
Yeah, like I don't know, some sort of material and just put a band around it or something.
Another 15 minutes pass before you get the mask ready, and it's you know you made the loop big enough that it can fit around Silver's head, and you are now estimating, especially because it's an hour and a half ride, that you'll probably be there just before 12 at this rate.
Midnight.
Yeah.
Probably the best bet. Everyone's got to be drunk.
Nice, Silver. Could have been there 15 minutes ago.
If you.
But
Your
you're also
mask-
too weak to carry your mask.
I'm sorry. How hard is it to put two of those string
It's
things?
called fashion, mate. Fashion.
Honestly, out of this entire tire, you had to make something completely new. We could have used any of these. You're the time waster. Let's
No.
go.
As this conversation continues out the door and on the road, you guys make your way bickering to the Turin estate as Sylvanus, you blend quite well into the darkness with your outfit while you turn some heads. Those, as you make your way out of the common area, those that you call friends and families and neighbours cheer at you as you look quite spectacular, or those who notice you at least. And as you continue into the city, lords and ladies that are around bow their heads, or any guards or anything bow their heads as you walk past.
Nice.
As
Sylvanus takes note.
as I'm walking through like the slummy part,
Good
I'm just gonna
description.
call out to everyone that's talking to me. I'm just gonna be like, "One day we'll all be just like this, huh?"
They all cheer, holding up their clay mugs with whatever cheap ale they're drinking, and just cheer you on.
All right, see you when I get home.
This kid has no idea what inconspicuous means. We're fucked.
And that is where we'll take a quick break.
I never pictured
Quick break, and we'll come back
bicker with a
in 10
kid,
minutes.
But like, he's stooping pretty low for you.
Welcome back. So, as the night progresses and things start to slowly die down, people, either majority of the nobles leave, some retire to their rooms. A lot have to be dragged out as they're unconscious by too much enjoyment of the wine. The party scales down from about 120 to only about a handful now of 20 different people and families enjoying the last snacks, the slower music.
Just want to say, something I wanted to find Emily before she leaves.
As soon as she walked past you, she was leaving. So while you were measuring dicks with Tommen, she had already left.
I'll still investigate though.
Yep.
Because I talked to my friend now, she's like,
Yep.
I just want to find my father though.
Sure.
Go find him.
I would be talking to the servants. Servant quarters.
You find him in the doorway from the ballroom to a kitchen, where he's currently speaking in a lawyer voice to the main serving woman that's running the estate.
What do you say? What do you say?
I imagine it would have been quite a long night.
Oh.
Yes, but we all must do our duty, Father.
You have served yours well tonight, Isabella.
I am honoured to hear. Would you like something warm to drink, Father?
But for me, the light has quenched my thirst this evening.
Well, if that's all, then I'll return to my duties.
Sure.
She bows to you and returns to the kitchen, preparing some smaller cakes and fruits for the guests that are still here.
Father Bell?
Ah, Lady Drea.
She gives like a little curtsy.
Well,
My lizard was running across the ballroom and he found something and she just wants to give like a little nudge. Icky?
Pops.
I'm not sure who it belongs to, but I thought you being the priest, well, what other man could I trust?
kind of
She like holds it out.
Insight check on whether she's lying or not.
Oh, no. Yeah,
She
you know
just-
what?
It's not mine. I thought you might find its owner.
That's very honest of you, my lady.
Well, I'm trying to find the light.
I'll be looking for Drea at this point.
You find her talking to the very stoic man
I'll be sure to find this frightful.
as the twins try to hassle you to one of the spare rooms.
I just sort of like move up quicker and I'm like, Drea, how are you?
You recognise the key as Tommen's, and it's simply just the key to the front. It's a bit of a master key, so it opens the front, opens the back doors, the servant quarters, the storage room downstairs. Not any of the rooms, just more.
I-
And the good old father. I just look behind me at the twins still there.
They're eyeing you off like a feast from across the ballroom as they're currently dancing with each other.
Father, I have a sudden urge to pray.
What were the sisters' names?
I shall tell you. Camilla and Narcia.
Surname?
I don't know her surname. Wait. Okay. They are from House Pellin.
Saying how they're looking at him past him, I find most people who've met the Pelham sisters come across such urges.
Really? Then the stories are true.
Oh, you have no idea, my lord.
I have to do a step back. Shake my head and turn back. No, better not. Right?
Sorry?
Better not, right? Or do I follow the light?
The light willing, you will find your answer. My Lady Drea,
Father Bell.
the owner of this key, will be very pleased to retrieve it. I know it well.
Whose is it?
Thomas. It's Thomas.
And how do you know it's Thomas? Try just like.
It's, I recognize it. It's Thomas' key.
Right.
Showed you his key.
Yes. So I thought it was weird.
Lord
He showed me his
business,
key.
I'm sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll
Perhaps
compare
that's
keys.
when he lost it.
Well, it makes a lot of sense, yes.
Who had the big key, may I ask?
So you have to ask.
Well, this key is the key to his estates.
Right. Well, it looks like a boring key. I thought so myself.
Boring but important. It'd be very hard to lock up without such a key.
Right.
I'll make sure he receives it.
Thank you, Father Bell.
In the meantime, are you both lost. Is there something I can get the serving?
I'm still looking back at the twins.
They're
Sound like a
dancing quite
right?
quite seductively as they give you looks.
Perhaps I can give you a tour of the private dining rooms.
Yes,
Yes.
that would be great.
Yes. Yes. Father.
They are.
I agree.
I thought you might. Please.
Please.
I'm gonna hold out my hand for them to sort of lead down a different hallway.
You
I follow.
Yep, Bjorn. After a bit of hesitation, you go down a hallway, and Father Bellinor leads you up a set of stairs to the second level that has a more formal kind of room, offices, a private dining space that overlooks the garden's estate, a small library, pieces of artwork hang on the wall, the Valendil banner draped and dusty all along the walls. You can tell, you know, this estate would have been used quite a while ago, but it's, you know, it's more of Tommen's party house now. Daario, you're currently in a conversation with the Dutch bailiff, Evine's husband, who's telling you the same story. That this is for the third time tonight, when you were born, and how he went to your birth party and held you. And it's quite. He's sitting down, and it's a long, slow, dragged out speech that he gets lost in the middle of as his wife rolls her eyes, and he picks up another topic about his horse yards and how he's breeding this particular type of horse. And I presume you try to stay polite as much as you can before your brother comes to save you. He clasps you around the shoulders and addresses the crowd as he leads you away, clapping his hands. My friends, I thank you all, firstly, for coming here and celebrating my dear brother's return. Our prince and your heir. And he holds up his cup, and the few left applaud and hold up their cups. And as they take their drinks. And now, as you know me, I am one for fun and games. And the hour of the vampire is upon us. Which means it's time for the witch hunter and the vampire. As everyone claps and gives each other a few looks. And it's a game that you used to play with him when you were kids. And it's quite a popular thing among younger nobles. And as everyone starts to gather around, you wait a few seconds for Dutch bailiff to make his way to the crowd. And he looks to you and he's like, "You have your friends left?"
The Dutch bailiff or my brother?
Your brother, to you.
No, they wouldn't have left yet.
No, they're missing out on the best part.
Yes, I can't seem to find them.
Oh, we'll start without them. And sticks are brought to draw for the remaining people here. Sticks that are marked vampire and sticks that are marked witch hunter. And it's basically a game of murder in the dark, where the vampires have to hide and the witch hunters have to run around the estate finding them.
That's cool.
Go around the whole story.
Mm. Meanwhile, what are you currently showing them?
So I'm gonna lead them to a private dining room.
Where's he taking us? Where's he taking us? That's what walking behind.
Is there serving someone?
Yeah, there would be standing, just standing there waiting for someone. Like for nobles to come past and stuff.
I'm gonna call out them. Does he have a name?
They do, but you wouldn't know them by name. Yeah, there's quite a lot of servants.
My boy, are you free?
Of course, my lord. Father.
This is Lady Andrea and her brother, Bjorn.
My lord, my lady.
I give like a half curtsy.
They have had a long journey and thrown straight into this party. I believe they need some time to recoup.
Would you like to retire to your chambers that have been set up in the estate?
We have chambers set up here.
We're staying here tonight.
Well, Lord Tommen has set up private chambers to accompany any guests that would like to stay and not journey back home. Of course, you are free to come and go as you please.
Perhaps just some time away from the party for now. Is this room free?
Of course, my lord.
Excellent. May you please ensure, under my command, that they are not disturbed
Of course.
by any ladies or lords.
Of course, my father. I understand.
Thank you, my boy.
Would you like any drinks or something to eat?
Food? We have some food.
Of course. Would you like full meals? Would you like some dessert? Would you
Like
fruit?
cheese platter, grapes, like that kind of
Yeah.
snacky.
Yeah.
He gives you a quick nod before rushing off to the kitchens to fetch you guys some nibbles.
Oh, my lord, my lady.
What are you going to do? Well, that's right. Pray.
Oh, I will be praying. If I know anything about my dear Lord
Tommen?
Tommen, pray is exactly what we need for what's to come.
And what is to come?
Why does everything you say sound really ominous? Rather dark for a follower of the light.
I find it helps keeps the balance within you.
Right.
Have you ever played The Witch Hunter under the Empire? Do you have a game of a similar name in your area?
Judging by the name, you can guess what it is. It's not like it's a special type of game. It's just been renamed. Obviously, again, they bought a Slovenia where vampires are quite frequent, and again, Tommen. Even though most people would discredit such a thing, Tommen likes to live on the edge a little bit and not make a mockery, but not take things too seriously.
Alright.
Which,
Well, figure out what it
which
is.
continent is Slovenia?
It's in the Empire.
When I figure out what it is, I'm like, well, that's a stupid name. We don't even hunt vampires in the day when they're asleep.
I would tend to agree with you, my lord. May I confide in you?
Yes, please do.
It is a
My
game
heart
I
is open.
quite despise, if I may be frank.
Well, it's normally played by kids, I understand, and you don't seem like a fun guy, so...
It is much worse when it's played by adults, especially in these dark times.
Again, the ominous nature of your speech
Why is that
has to
fun
be
enough?
shitting
Drea
my
just
pants.
cuts him in. Why is it?
I don't like it when things hide in the shadows. For that is the aim of the game.
I Are you afraid of the dark?
Aren't we all a bit?
As he says that, a scream erupts from downstairs as the game is well underway, and you can hear footsteps pounding through the estate as people laugh and scream, and then a silence falls over, and then a distant scream echoes from somewhere else as someone laughs, and you know it's a simple game, but mixed with alcohol and younger nobles, it can turn perhaps a little bit decadent.
Okay, you notice like Father Bell is visibly uncomfortable. Is there anything else I can do for you, my lord, lady?
I think we're good, right?
Unless you do not wish to go out there.
Are we in our room? Are we in our
Oh.
room?
It's
In the formal dining room on the second level.
Oh, right. I thought we went to our room for some reason.
No.
Oh, okay.
fantastic. Well, I'm sure food and refreshments will be brought up shortly. Please, you may come and go as you please, and I assure you, you will not be disturbed.
It's creepy. Everything he says is just creepy.
Thank you, Father.
Thank you, Father.
I'm gonna give you a courteous nod and then start walking off.
Troy's just gonna turn to him. He is too kind.
Well, yes.
Doesn't it make you suspicious? Why is he so kind?
Oh, wasn't that maybe suspicious?
Okay. I still think he's too kind.
I mean, what does a priest do in a place like this anyway, on a night like this? Right?
And why was he taking a stroll earlier?
Hear from the other hallway. He prays, my lord. He prays.
He
I don't think I can sleep here tonight.
back to this. To the Dell.
Daario, you have drawn the stick of Witch Hunter, as has your brother, and ever the competitive brother. He has made a wager with you that the most one to hunt vampires gets 1,000 gold coins.
Shut up.
He assumes that you have that money.
Sorry, can I just through the night,
Mhm.
is there anyone from who's left that I find suspicious or don't know a lot about?
Why is everyone so suspicious?
It's him!
This is
No,
literally
like,
your campaign.
from what I know from lords and ladies, is there anyone that's
The key suspicious.
that
She's a vampire.
like the last lady like hasn't been around for long, or you don't see a lot of? Or
No, look, most of the ones that have stayed are younger nobles. The only one that seems to be odd that's still here is Dutch Bailiff and Duchess Evine, but from what you know of the Duchess, she's quite a pushy lady, and she's probably forced her husband to stay because she's probably a little bit drunk and just wants to have some fun.
Gotcha.
But other than that, all the nobles that are here are either young or their parents have, left them. They've left, and they've left them here to stay at the estate to enjoy Tommen's games, which he's quite well known for. But no one that you're suspicious of, or no one that is new or anything.
Cool. Are the games played in the grounds or in the citadel or the castles?
They'll be in the estate, so they'll probably be confined to the first top levels. Third level is where all the rooms are,
Yeah,
and the yard
but it's
and the
not
gardens.
outside.
In the garden, but
Oh,
the garden is walled off, quite a whole wall around the garden. Yeah, quite a high wall. Sorry, around the garden.
I'm gonna just make my way outside
Mhm.
and just keep an eye on the game.
Okay, you as you make your way outside, you're left feeling quite uncomfortable as you see one of the twins with one of the other noblemen in the bush, not playing the game, but playing by their own rules. And the twin at least does not seem ashamed that you've seen them.
And
Maybe
the Lord.
The Lord tries to pull away, and she pulls him back towards her.
Just keep walking back. What is wrong with you? He's like, oh, what is that? Yes, right.
Okay.
Do you accept the wager?
I do. Have I noticed any actual witch hunters at the party?
No, not at all.
We're
Nothing
also
like that.
suspicious.
There's
You're
just
very
most of the guards here are the royal guard, so the royal Valendil guard, and then those that remain, like the families that remain, have 3 or 4 men stationed outside in the courtyard where they're probably sleeping in the stables while to keep watch and things like that until their masters are ready to head off.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Just before, or as it starts, straight away I'm going to kind of hide somewhere where I don't think I can be seen.
You're the hunter, but you can obviously hide and.
No, just so we look around and I'm going to cast a spell.
Okay, all right. You after the countdown is finished
I
and
do accept the wager.
you shake your brother's hand on the wager. He heads off smiling as he shouts fainted words of encouragement to you as he disappears behind one of the door, and shortly you can hear him chasing someone down the hall, telling them that he's their prince and they need to halt. And you find some quiet and you make sure no one's looking and you cast.
Summon beast.
Okay.
Oh, holy cow.
Going to summon, because I can choose like a small beast, like, but it has to be has to be native to the chosen environment. So I was just going to summon like a small mouse.
Yep.
And as I run along, it's going to run ahead of me.
Yep.
And kind of like stop if it's near someone.
That's awesome. That's really cool. That is, I have ran out of inspiration, but can you guys mark yours down, give me back coins actually, and pass one to Daario? Oh, is there? Thank you. Pass that to Daario.
This is
you.
my first blood one.
Really? that
Well,
was good.
Spence hunter.
What level was it?
Second level.
That's what this one.
At some point, I'm gonna, while me and Drea are in the dining room, I'm just gonna message Dario and be like, "We're in the dining room.
Yeah.
If you wanna join us at some point."
Yeah.
Is there windows in here?
You can. That's the room that you guys are currently in.
What is in the room?
Right.
Let's investigate.
Are we here?
This is cool.
No, so it's like a small private dining room.
Yeah. Like it's not a castle or anything. It's this is an estate, so it's although it's nice, it is quite small still.
Every time someone tries to come in to hide in here, I'm like, "Get the fuck out."
Yeah, they the serving boy tries to stop them, and then they either completely ignore him or tell him off and push into the room, and then you crush their fun as they kind of look you up and down, and you're not too sure who you're offending, but most of them seem quite young, so agree and leave. Sorry, Fidebell, were you doing something?
So Fatherville is gonna, being outside, find a dark corner of the castle.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, let's sketchy.
And he's going to start mumbling to himself, or to himself,
All right.
as the light engulfs him, and he is going to start flying.
What?
Why?
Okay.
And I want to find somewhere on the second or third level of the castle where I can sort of get a better vantage point and keep an eye on what's happening.
Okay. As you have to concentrate over the the commotion that's going on the bush, you focus on the light and you feel yourself levitate as the light lifts you up, and you open your eyes and you're about 10 meters off the ground, and summoning the light in you, you guide it to help you float around the castle. And again, the estate, there's only about 20 people left, but occasionally you spot someone hiding behind a barrel, or you spot someone in a window pulling the drapes over them, and you've got direct view of their back. And I'm presuming you want to spend some time up here.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Can I just say something?
Mm-hmm.
Father Bell reminds me if a moth was a human.
Yeah, he's just
Scented light and open
yeah,
fire.
yeah, and he's just always lurking.
Maybe it has that weird smell.
In mothballs.
Sylvanus, the long, arduous walk to the estate has been a ear beating from the younger Tabaski, who jumps from topic to topic, but eventually you find yourself with the estate in view. What are you currently talking about, Jayce?
I really should do better with the curse per se. I've really got to cut out the cussing, eh? Decuss. Have I heard you cuss? Oh yeah, you said the S word. It's pretty bad. We should get a curse first.
Now did the topic getting in turn into curse pass?
Well, I was never talking about getting in.
No, we was talking.
Huh?
Yes, and then it turned into curse pass. I'm astonished how you keep changing conversations. It's quite remarkable.
So is your favourite colour black or silver?
I think we established this.
Black?
I think both. Wait. We're nearly there, kid.
You find yourselves at a couple hundred meters away from the bridge that leads to the estate over the Great Chasm, and you can see two Valendil guards are stationed on the end of the bridge, while there's two more at the door. Do you guys want to approach?
As we're walking up. Oh! We're almost here. Alright,
Very observant.
here's the plan.
Oh, you have a plan, do
Yes.
tell.
Alright, we're gonna get to the door. And then I'm gonna say, hey assholes. Oh, whoa, bah! 2 coins. We're gonna get to the door.
You
I'm gonna
guys
say,
3 times.
fine, 3. Anyway, gonna get to the door. Hello, not very friendly people.
No.
Mr. Daario forgot his hat, and I'm here to give it to him. Can you bring him here so I can give him his hat?
Okay, and let us improvise. I will be the god. Kid, so how about you give me that? And I'll
They've
give
been
you
walking
that.
out, so it's taking them so long.
No.
Why?
Well, I really want to give it to him in person. I made it myself, and I'm pretty
Yeah, I
proud of it.
presume you're
Sorry,
constantly
no.
moving. Yeah. Yeah, so it's,
Unborn no hills allowed.
Yep.
Wow.
Exactly.
Alright, well, what's your plan then, huh?
Well, there's a couple of ways around it.
Should we just walk up and just see what happens?
That's one way around it. Say we should have thought about this. Alright, let's
It'll be
just.
fine. Alright, ready? Looking schmick. He like fluffs up his feathers. Alright, let's go.
Bad plan. I don't like this.
Halt! Who goes there?
Hiya there. I'm James. And, we see, I made this hat for Lord Valendil, and he forgot it, and I'd like to give it to him. Please.
He looks up at the sky. You're quite late.
Yeah, well, sorry, not all of us own 10 carriages, mate. we have feet.
Hand over the hat.
Can I give it to him in person, please?
No.
Can you at least tell him I'm here, and that I would like to speak to him?
Who are you?
James.
And you?
I'm just the bodyguard.
I have a
Do
bodyguard.
I hear all this? Am I close enough to hear this?
Yeah, did you want to... There, on the other side of the bridge, where did you want to come down?
Yeah.
Or where, on the bridge, in the courtyard?
Somewhere just off, so I can hear the conversation first.
You would
Oh,
have...
they're on the bridge, aren't
Yeah,
they?
so you'd have to fly over them to... like, get
no,
behind
I'll
them or
land
something.
and come down the bridge.
On the bridge, okay. The guard's staring you up and down. Make a persuasion check.
Listen,
With disadvantage.
we would hand it over, but I was given strict instructions by these what's the shop called?
Chavoy's needle and thread.
Well, that's right. By the Chavois that it to make sure we see it on Daario at least. It's
I don't care what you've been told. We have strict orders not to let anyone else in.
14?
14. He shakes his head and tells you to hand over the hat or piss off. And as you watch a figure in golden white light ascends from the sky, landing softly on the bridge.
You're late.
You just fell out the fucking sky. Bow!
2 coins. Ball.
What? I said butthole.
Do I know the guard?
Again, you might not know him by name, but you've seen his face around plenty of times. Father Belnor, you
They are expected. Let them through.
he looks back at you guys and just nods his head to you and doesn't say anything, and they both step aside.
Next time, I expect better.
Follow me, James. I'm gonna say over my shoulders. I'll walk back across the bridge, hands behind my back.
James. James.
The doors open up as the guards let you into the courtyard, and they don't give you any trouble or anything. Obviously, Father Bell was there. They politely bow to you on your way through.
I immediately, as I see Father Bell flying, you don't really get to see that. I immediately size him up to see, like, I size up his strength pretty much.
So you're trying to determine how strong he is?
Pretty much.
Make an insight check.
Hi, I need Tommen and Daario. That's it.
I'm gonna keep walking, hands behind my back. I want to walk so we're across the bridge, far enough out of earshot of the guards,
Mm-hmm.
before I address them.
You could, yeah, so you walk in through the courtyard probably to the corner of the courtyard where the guards are more to the front. It allows you some private space to speak to them freely.
When I'm far enough, I'm gonna turn around.
Mm-hmm.
9.
Look, I mean, all you can guess is he's flying, and by his figure, he looks quite healthy and strong. But other than that, you know, he's not carrying any weapons or anything like that at the moment. So
Common?
you would know of the family, but you wouldn't know him directly or anything. But obviously he's a Tabascan. You heard the name.
Yep.
And
I would know they've got a son.
yeah, you would know through your time praying that they. Yeah.
I need to speak to Tommy and Daario.
Do your parents know you're here,
Yes.
James?
I mean, why do you care, mate? Tommen, Daario. This way, that way.
I could take you back to the gods.
Oh, bloody priests, mate.
Please do.
I'm gonna just start walking.
Gonna reach out and just stop him. Your parents.
Who the hell are you, mate?
You should really treat your mother. How worried do you need her to get over you?
Look, mate. Why don't you just mind your own business and let me find what I'm find.
Actually, God.
Two royal guards approach and start making their way towards you, halberds in hand.
You're a real piece of work, mate. She's great. She knows I'm here. Alright, where are the boys?
How distracted is Cyrus right now with this conversation?
I mean, not very. It's just a conversation that he's having.
Look, she even made some stew for you. You want some? Just for you, mate. Because I know all about you.
You do. Pray tell.
Just take the bloody stew and tell me where I need to go.
Oh, yeah, it's praise.
Would I know that they were
You probably wouldn't have that much information, and that it's only just recently happened, and you know it's a massive grand city, so you can't be everywhere at the same time.
This is Tabascan made. The stew.
What?
Is it Tabascan made?
Yes. Look, where am I going? Mate!
Why are you here?
Tommen! And Daario.
Mm-hmm. You made one hand.
Inspiration. Is there any trouble, Father Bellador?
I think it's Bellador.
Bellador?
No. I think we're okay.
You called for us?
Yes, I thought I'd mistaken them. My apologies. Back to your post.
They bow and move back off in unison.
I just nod at them. By the way. Just
Now I understand how you got in trouble. Thrown in prison.
Maybe next time. I won't be calling them back to their post.
okay, great.
Hmm?
I don't need your charity, mate. Where are the boys?
Your parents made one hat for two boys.
No, I just need to see Daario, and I would also like to talk to Tommen. Why the hell do you care?
I would like for no evil to walk. But we don't all get what we want.
You call the boy. You would think the boy evil, Father.
You ready?
There is, there's a few doors around, but they're clearly like stables or storerooms. There's the main door that leads into the estate.
I'm just gonna walk down the halls.
Daario! Wait.
The door's closed at the
Oh.
moment, though.
Before he walks away, I'm gonna cast my first spell.
Flying's not so just cast fly.
No, that's not a spell.
The hell?
I know that you're not allowed to cast spells and stuff, but is it unusual for a priest?
No, because again, they're not considered, you know, magic casters. They're more considered.
I'm drawing on the light.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, the guards seeing him flying and things like that
So
is
that's
isn't
nothing
it?
over, yeah.
If he wasn't a priest, then yeah, he'd probably be dead.
Perhaps we try this a different way. And he's gonna reach into his cloak pocket and he's gonna pull out little intricate sort of interwoven triangle. Looks kind of like a blacksmith's puzzle type thing. Have you seen one of these before, boy?
Keeping the door.
I wouldn't let him pass me.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually wouldn't let him go myself, actually. If he does, I would just grab him.
Mm-hmm.
You're causing too much ruckus.
Ruckus, I'm the only one doing stuff.
I'm gonna whisper a spell to it. And I am going to cast a zone of truth. You create a magical zone that guards against deception in a 15-foot radius sphere centered on a point of your choice within range. Until the spell ends, a creature that enters the spell area for the first time or starts its turn must make a charisma saving throw. On a failed save, a creature can't speak a deliberate lie while in the radius.
Go ahead, and both you guys make charisma saving throws.
What's the same?
Charisma. Oh, the DC.
Yeah.
What's your spell save DC?
It is 15. Oh. Is that right? What it says attack, so yeah, 15.
10?
Nine. So I fail.
Wow.
Alright, it starts to glow, and then as I'm whispering the prayer, a circular ring of light within a 15-foot radius around us sort of shines along the ground, and it's got like, some sort of rune
Do I know what this is?
in the circle as it spins around us.
Why would you? If you give me a reason why you would know why.
These
know what
past events, maybe?
It's not a common thing, and I would say that, like, if you can't give me something specific, then yeah, you wouldn't know.
Okay.
Do you know what this is, James?
Oh, great. Now the priest is casting bloody spells. I don't know what this is, mate. Alright? You happy? Can we move on with our lives now?
Perhaps. Why are you here?
I'd like to see Daario and
For what
Thomas
purpose?
because I would like to talk to them
About?
about why the people I live with and my neighbours are getting beat, and bloody Butcher Barney's son can't go see a bloody doctor because they won't even see him because they just assume he's broke, mate. And I'd also like to talk to them
Jayce.
about you bloody priests casting spells and getting witch hunters to murder my bloody neighbours, mate. You happy? Now piss off. I'm gonna walk off.
Jeez.
You cursed.
Bollocks!
So, I was going to say that.
Yeah, actually, I like it.
The guards have stood back up and they're all looking your way. They haven't moved yet.
I'm gonna just hold up a hand to him. It is a fair question, young master.
Brilliant. I'm gonna go find them
May
now.
I ask,
You're so calm.
why in particular the Lord Valentines?
Because they're at the top, mate. I'm just gonna walk off.
I will not let him walk off.
Oh my god, stop standing in front of me! But get out of my way!
Alright, mate.
Yeah,
If
okay.
do you want to attack him or do you want to like push past
Like,
him?
just push past him.
Alright, make a strength.
Can I intercept and stop it?
What are you gonna do?
Or should I let it play out? This is a down situation.
Make a strength check, and you make a strength saving throw.
Do we see this from our
14.
dining hall?
The dining hall faces the garden, so no, you don't. However, jumping back to you while they make their rolls, what are you guys doing?
Sorry, I didn't even see any church here, so again,
Well,
another reason for him not to be here. It's
I
just
did
weird.
give him the key because I thought if I gave him the key, right, he's a priest, yeah. And then if he gives
20.
the key to Tommy, And then,
And then what?
well, if
Al
it tells...
suspects us.
No. I gave it to a priest. I was being honest.
Your conversation is broken by the deep low growls of Az, who's currently in the middle of the table, looking at the wall, and he's down on all four with his tail up, and he seems quite upset.
Azra.
He continues
Can I
growling.
chirp it in his language?
He continues growling.
Can I see what he's looking at? Like, is there anything...
You follow his eyes up to the wall, and there is a painting hung on the wall. And it's a painting of a field. There's a fence. There's a few cows. And it just seems like a landscape painting of some farm in Ostenmark. And he slowly stands up on his hind legs and draws his sword.
I want to investigate closer.
What's up?
I'm not sure.
Make an investigation check.
I'll join it. I don't like the lizard, but I trust his
Natural
instincts.
one.
No.
His paintings.
I have
painting.
advantage if it's fey, undead, or fiend. Just saying.
I've rolled
Roll
two
with
ones today,
advantage.
and they're both my rolls.
There's a 19.
Oh, that's a good roll.
Okay. Give me a perception check as well.
Me too.
An advantage as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, just a straight perception check.
I can't just do another investigation.
Oh,
Okay, I got a 21.
yeah,
now
do
that I'm physically.
an investigation.
Okay. Plus the one I just did before. Sorry.
Yes, yeah, plus the other one.
15.
Okay, so the first thing you feel is a presence emanating from the wall, and particularly the painting itself. And you the hair on the back of your neck immediately stands up as you feel something unnatural emanating from the painting.
What the fuck?
Drea, you stand up and you make your way over, and you previously had walked the room and kind of just looked at everything and studied the paintings. And what'd you get for your perception?
21.
And as you move closer, with Az jumping on your shoulder, still growling, you look at the painting again, and you notice a figure, a man in the painting on the horizon that wasn't there when you first looked at it.
Well, that's creepy.
Did you look at this painting, Bjorn?
Yes. Painting of the field, I don't care much for art, to be honest. Is there something wrong?
Joe's just gonna give a little nod, and then just gonna get her acid claws and just slowly push one of them onto the man, like so the acid burns the painting, kind of thing.
Oh my god.
You reach out, and as crawls on your hand, standing on the back of your hand with his sword out, as you draw it closer and closer. And as your finger touches the dark silhouette, it's only a small silhouette on the horizon. You pull your finger back, as both of you are in shock, as the man floats across the horizon
What the hell?
and disappears out the painting.
What the hell?
You hear a scream.
I'm gonna turn on my phantom vision. And just, right, as I'm looking, if I see anything different.
Your ethereal vision. No.
Yeah, okay.
That's what I called it, yeah. You had a mask or you
No,
just yeah.
Nice.
As you switch, you see the remnants of the Ether Realm closing behind the painting. Ghostly hands reaching out again, reaching out to you before the portal closes.
What?
And you hear a scream. You've heard many screams this night, but this one is clearly a scream of panic. What are you guys doing?
I
We
rolled
hear
a
it too?
20.
You're all about to hear it.
Yeah,
They he grabs you and plants you back in place.
I
Oh,
very
wait.
casually.
I wanted to grab him before, because I'm closer to James, right?
We're all in the same vicinity, but you can try and grab him as well if you like.
I got a 15.
15, what'd you get?
Oh, 14.
Yeah, so you're manhandled by these two larger men who plant you in place.
What is your name, boy?
Fuck you! And instead of trying to push past it this time, I want to try and more like, just like dodge around him. More thing like,
Like that.
even better. Can I try and go between his legs? Like just slide between them?
I've still got
Alright,
him.
if Sylvanas is holding
That
him,
was another swear, by the way.
I'm
Hmm.
gonna
I'm out
kneel
of it.
down, because I'm sure I'm quite a bit taller than him.
Mhm.
I'm gonna kneel down
But
next
wait, if he's going to try that first, you're allowed to try that first. You make a dex check and you make a dexterity saving throw.
Are you want me to do a text?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Natural one. So I think that's a 10.
And I got something really high,
Wait, no, it
actually.
can't be a 10.
You go to slip out the
Uh,
grip of Sylvanas,
30,
not
20.
using brute, but trying to use your quick agility. And before you can even slide away, Sylvanas' iron grip holds you down in place, pinning you as Father Bell kneels in front of you.
For God's sake, could you all stop grabbing me?
Father.
young master.
Jayce! Jayce! Now let go of me! Fucking pervert!
I'm not holding you at all.
By the way,
I don't care. Anyway.
That's...
I'm out of cash, you idiot! Let go!
Alright. I am sorry, Father. We are here for the hat. I'm gonna give you the
You
hat.
can't lie.
Yeah.
I am not lying. That's not a direct lie.
You did come here for the hat.
No, but we came here with the hat.
This
Yeah,
whole time,
it's not a direct lie.
Jayce is just gonna be screaming, Tommen! Tommen, come here!
As you're yelling, a scream erupts from the estate. A loud, blood-curdling scream, and seconds after, you hear a young voice calling out for Tommen outside the estate. Back to you guys. As do you, Daario, as you've just found your fourth target. The mouse cheekily waiting in the shadows as you pull back the curtains, finding one of the younger lords who's actually fallen asleep. You hear the scream, and then you hear the cries of someone calling for your brother.
Instantly, like, just hearing Tommen, assuming the screams associated, I run straight towards the person yelling Tommen.
Yeah, it sounds quite. It's not a a game. You hear someone yelling Tommen. It is obviously quite a desperate yell.
As soon
And
as
you
we
bolted
did
it.
that as well, when we, I'm just gonna message Daario again and be like, something's not right.
But I'll draw my sword.
Okay.
Calm your anger, young blood.
Don't tell me to fucking calm down, alright?
I'm gonna like Jayce.
Would you?
Leg it.
Would you?
Go ahead.
I'm gonna try and grab him.
All right.
Oh
Are you using? I'm assuming you're trying to use agility
Yeah.
again. Yep. So make a dex. No, sorry. Make a dex check, and you make a dex saving throw.
Not strength.
No.
Okay.
Is the door closed where we are?
It is.
I want to check if it's open.
Yeah, maybe we draw our weapons and
Yeah.
start to
Make our way.
cautiously to find Daario.
But Dre just wants to ask me, like, so what are we up against? Like,
Sure.
I'm guessing.
Something not of this plane.
Drawing your weapons and moving to the door, you reach out slowly. And the estate now is quite dark. The servants have purposely turned down the lighting, pulled any shutters and things like that closed. And in the dim light, you slowly put your hand on the handle and it opens. Daario, you draw your sword, rushing back down the stairs into the main ballroom, running up to the door where you've heard the screams of your brother, someone calling for your brother. And as you're racing, you can hear screams coming from the opposite end of the ballroom in one of the private rooms. You run up to the door. I'm presuming you're going to continue to the door where they were calling for your brother.
And I'm hearing screams elsewhere.
Behind you.
Yeah,
Quick.
I'll go to the person screaming, tell him, because again, I think.
You continue racing across the ballroom, jumping across fallen chairs and things like that, making your way to the door, and you reach out, more going to shoulder the door, and you hit the door hard as you turn the handle, and you fall backwards, your arm bruised and shaking as you fall to the ground, the door not opening. What did you guys get?
18?
You take your chance as soon as Silver lifts his hand off you. You run, ducking underneath Father Bloodlord's grasp and clearly clearing it as you run towards.
I'm just gonna run, yelling Tom into the closest exit, or closest door.
So there's the two grand doors that lead into the estate, and then there's like doors and pathways around the estate that lead to the gardens and servant doors on the side of the estate and stuff.
Okay.
I'm gonna just stand up after he's
Mhm.
dashed past. I'm gonna say to Sylvanas, was this always his plan?
Honestly, I don't think he had a plan.
Since no one's giving me any direction, I'm just gonna go to the closest one.
You run to the closest doors in front of you, pulling the handle and pulling against it as it doesn't budge. And not only doesn't it not physically, like, actually budge, it doesn't rattle or anything, it just does not move as you try to open it.
Wow.
Can I just say, as I was running towards the door, I'm gonna turn around, give Father Bell the bird. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna be fucking free, and I'm not letting a priest get in my way. And I'm gonna turn.
I'm gonna give him a wave. I haven't made a move towards it or steady.
You're gonna, so the door didn't open, so you're gonna continue, I guess.
To the next one.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna leg it and try.
Sorry,
Yeah.
did we hear the screams and stuff?
You guys did, yeah.
Oh, okay. If that's the case,
And the guards have stood up and are starting to move towards the door.
I'll be moving with the guards. I'll move Jayce.
Yep.
I'll
You
tell
disappear
Sylvanas
around the
I'm
corner,
here.
not sure where you're going, but any door that you see, you're trying, and none.
I like cock
Yeah.
my head.
Sorry, I'm
It's
just
like,
gonna.
what? Just
Before I run, I'm just gonna say to Sylvanas, find the kid. And I'm gonna run.
Yep. What are you doing, Sylvanas?
I told his parents would look after him, but there is that kid. Fuck.
Find him.
Oh, you saw that?
he just like ran off and then just come back behind you, just standing there.
As I'm running off, sorry. As I'm running off.
I'm so confused. Are you gone?
Yeah, I'm running off.
Okay, Sylvanas is gonna make sure he's gone. No, I'm just.
So
I'm just
he's not
fine.
gone. He's just heading to the front door. As the guards reach it and they go to open it, it's not opening. You've disappeared around the corner. Sylvanas, what are you doing?
I'm gonna make my way towards the kid.
All right. Running, walking, because he's bolted around the corner and you can just hear him screaming at the top of his lungs.
Walking in like in a fast pace, but not
Not chasing after him.
not
Yeah,
chasing
not sprinting after him. Okay.
I'm gonna wait until he tires himself out because
Yep.
I know that like he's not probably gonna go too far.
Alright. You guys. Try the orphans.
Like the mountain style, back to back.
You know what? Daario, we're upstairs. Or about to.
You can all hear the screaming coming from downstairs as well.
Should we make our way?
Actually,
Yeah, I'm just messaging Daario
Yeah.
to find out where he is.
Yeah.
I think we make our way, like, covering each other's backs. Like,
Yep. As
who knows
you
what's in these holes.
twist and turn in the dark holes of the estate, you guys are making your way downstairs?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And just keep an eye out, like, what can we see up here? Is it unnaturally dark?
Also,
is
did I
it?
know what it was?
It's something definitely ethereal. You're not sure what it is, as it just left as you turned on your vision. The hallways are dark, and as you're moving in and out, you can glimpse people. Actually, make a perception check, both of you guys, and you were responding.
Yeah, I'll just say I'm downstairs by the door. I think Common's in danger.
Alright.
Going towards the screams. Now, I'm happy to use another spell slot, but I actually want to change my animal
Mm-hmm.
into a bird
Mm-hmm.
and just tell it, like, find Tom.
Okay.
And I'll follow the screams and careful. 'Cause
Alright.
The door, I just know.
Yeah, you get off the ground and you can hear the screams now moving down the side of the estate. You get up and you start following the sound, trying every door, like servant door and everything like that, that's on the side to try and get out. None seem to be opening or budging.
And as I'm running, I'm yelling, Tommy, Tommy.
Yeah.
Was it investigation or perception?
Perception.
I got a 12, but I'll just let you know I'll keep my phantom vision on.
Okay.
I got dirty 20.
As you guys cover each other's back, both in a low stance with Az on your shoulder, also in a stance with his little needle sword up,
Keep an eye on the paintings.
you... Every now and then you spot someone hiding behind a door, or you hear a door creaking as someone moves behind it. You're not sure... Well, nothing ethereal was picked up, and it seems like people aren't really quite sure of the situation yet, as someone darts past you in the dark. They seem to be half naked. You're not sure if they're hurt, if they're drunk, but in the darkness they just dart past you and you just hear a door opening and slamming shut. You move back to back down the stairs and you see Daario behind the pillars as you see him trying a door that he kicks, doesn't open, and he continues moving down as the sound of someone calling his brother moves further and further towards the back. Sylvanus, you're doing something?
So you see that in paintings, did you say?
Or
No.
just in the hallways?
Just in the hallways.
Jayce bolted down the hallway. Can I see him, or is he
Jayce is bolted around the corner of the building.
around the corner?
Yeah. So he's on the outside.
He's on the outside.
The doors aren't opening. Yeah.
As in, like,
Yeah, you've gone through that door, and then in that door there's a courtyard, and then that courtyard walls the entire estate, and the estate's in the middle, and he can't open the doors that get into the actual building of the estate. You're within the walls of the estate, but the actual estate itself is sealed.
right. Now he's making his way that way. I'll make my way on the other side then, because
Okay.
I'm gonna take it. We're gonna intercept eventually, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that'd probably be the smartest thing. It is quite a big estate, and there are the gardens at the rear, but, you know, assuming that he keeps going around, yeah, he'll probably come back around. What's Jayce doing?
Just sprinting.
Doing the same thing?
Don't
Yeah.
When I was circling the building flying, did I see any windows open at all?
You did not. Especially at this time of night, all the windows would have been closed. As Daario, you keep calling out to your brother, he all of a sudden, as you're trying a door, you hear him yell out behind you, and you turn around, and he's red in the face as he's just rushed down. What's going on?
Are you okay?
I'm fine. Who is that calling for me?
That was me.
That's not you.
I thought you were in danger.
Fail.
Where are the guards?
Where's anyone?
Oh, are we here at this point?
Yeah, you're coming downstairs.
Daario. Something's not right. think that's pretty obvious by now.
You hear another scream in a room not far from you guys. It's like a private room in the back of the ballroom on the first level of the estate. Tommen begins moving in that direction. It's a woman's scream.
Hold on. We should go together. Something not natural is happening.
Do you like reach out for him? Put a hand on him?
Yeah, sure.
He looks offended as you put your hand on him, but accepts that, yeah, you're right.
For your safety, Lord.
He nods to you, and then looks to you, your dagger. You pass it to him, and he like shuffles it around in his hand. Clearly, never held dagger before, and then nods to you guys as he squeezes it, knuckles white, and he
Just
starts.
What's that?
He nods to you. No argument with that.
Can we follow your lead? Where you want to go?
Follow the screams.
You guys move towards the screens, and it's a short distance before you come to the door where you heard the screams.
Now finding Tommen, I'll summon my creature back to me, and I'll make it go in front of me as well.
Tommen flinches at it as he sees the bird and tries to swipe at it. I presume it's like like a magical bird. It's not like a physical animal, right?
Yeah,
Like
like
a-
a greenish bird.
He whips his head around it as he sees this glowing dark bat-like creature, almost. That's what it looks like to him in the darkness, fly above you guys. And he grabs you, Drea, pushing you back behind him as he holds out the dagger, his hands shaking.
Like, yes, protect her.
What is that? What is that?
Must have something to do with the screaming.
Where are the guards? Why are you so calm?
I've dealt with bigger things than birds.
Then shoot it. Throw your sword. Do something. Guards! Guards! Oh, I'll have them whipped for this.
It's okay. Let's just keep moving.
This is the first time he's seen a magical animal, and he's clearly distressed. But with your reinforced words, he obviously senses there's something he's not understanding. You guys reach the door that's closed. What do?
Try to handle.
It moves. It's open.
I look at Drea and Daario and nod. And then I'll fling it open.
You open the door as I presume you guys all take up positions on either side, your weapons ready. As launches off your shoulder as the door's opening, landing on the lap of the Dutch bailiff. He's currently in the middle of the room
That's the old guy.
on a chair, his arms by his side, leaning back. His face bloodied and his eyes cut out.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna quickly scan the room. Is it a small room, did you say?
It's a fairly small room.
I'm gonna quickly scan the room.
You see Duchess Yvain not doing a very good job of hiding behind one of the curtains in the room.
You there. Come out. It's alright, you're safe.
It was a shadow.
What sort? Explain exactly what you saw. And I'm gonna kneel down next to the Dutch and investigate.
What are you investigating for?
Like, I'm just trying to ascertain what potentially could have done that damage or what would usually cut out someone's eyes.
Okay, make an investigation check.
Drea,
Advantage or because I'm dead or whatever?
Yeah, advantage.
Drea, almost like an animal, wants to like see how warm his blood is and sniff it, and then look around the room to see if something has left a trail.
Nice. With,
Sorry, you go first.
I was gonna say with your, your history, you, do you touch him or just smell? The wife screeches. She's like, "What are you doing?" And you pull the blood to your nose. Warm on your fingers, very, very warm. and it's been very recent. You look around, no tracks. Make a perception check though.
27. And I'm still got my phantom vision.
27. You can see the first big thing that you notice underneath the blood is that the cuts weren't the thing that killed him. You can see his skin has been weathered, almost as if the life has been drained from him. And then the cuts were done after he was dead. Aveen rabbles on about a shadow that came out the walls, a hooded man, a paintbrush in one hand, and a dagger in the other.
Sure.
And Drea, as you... What do you have? Is it perception check?
13.
13. As you scan the room, there is a large painting on the wall. And as you move closer, it's a landscape of a sea. Boats docked at harbour. And as you scan the few individuals on the boat, you see the Dutch there.
The Dutch?
Oh shit!
And that's where we'll end tonight's episode.
Oh shit!
Join us next time to find out what's happening in the estate.
Oh, a camera dropped.
Yeah, camera.
What?
Hey guys, Ahmed here, aka Bjorn Orphan. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe and comment your favourite moment below. And remember, keep spreading the mythic word.